Let's study the $500,000 quiz by Zenny Optical. And you can examine this quiz in details if you go to this address, www.zennyoptical.com, one word, zennyoptical/glasses-quiz. We have this quiz called You've Been Framed. So right away we can see that the quiz has 9 questions and it was taken almost 800,000 times. Wow, that's impressive enough, right? The quiz doesn't have the cover image, but it has a title that is kind of humorous. You've been framed. Has a double meaning. And the description of the quiz reads that you can take the quiz and find your ideal style for glasses. So let's take the quiz and then I'm going to tell you more about it. So pick a decade. I'm going to pick this one. The most intriguing icon. This is how I spend my free time. When I look out my window, I'd like to see. On a Saturday night, you can find me. I thrive during. Open my closet and you'll see. My motto is my face shape most closely resembles. Alright, and here we have the option to sign up for Zenny Optical's newsletters, or we can skip it and go right away to the result. So the frame style that suits me the best according to the quiz is cat eye. And here we have the description of the style, and there's a link to the full catalog of glass frames. Let's start the quiz once again and analyze it. The first thought one might have about a $500,000 quiz is that it should be really serious and complicated. As we can see, it's the opposite. The quiz is kind of childish and far from serious, I would say. So if you remember what I said about using GIF images or cinemagraphs, the first question totally consists only of animated GIFs. So let's pick a decade. As we go through the questions, we can see that there's a plan behind them. Zenny Optical is trying to study our choices of style and our preferences, including the way we spend our free time. And we can also notice that most answers are image answers here in this quiz. Only the questions are texts here. This question is especially interesting because they are asking us about what we would like to see. They don't really care about our current situation. They want to know in what kind of environment we envision ourselves. Keep in mind that the quiz is not very overwhelming because even though we have like 6 answers here, but they're all images, so it's very easy and it's really a micro commitment to answer all of these. I thrive during. Let's pick snow this time. So we have even 8 answers here. Since they're all images, it's very easy to answer. All text, because we're asked to choose our motto. And even though there are 8 answers here, it doesn't overwhelm the quiz taker because all the previous answers were images. This is actually the last question, number 9. This one is especially interesting because we are asked to choose our face shape. And most people can't answer this question right away, so maybe they have to come up to a mirror and look at themselves before they can answer this question. And what's interesting here is that it's almost taking micro commitment to the next level and making the quiz even more interactive. So imagine a person taking the quiz and in the process of doing this, coming up to a mirror and checking their face shape. That's fantastic. So we can choose to receive emails from Zenny Optical or not. Ooh, and we have a different result. Wayfarer. Your style is classic, contemporary, with vintage roots. Well, that's true about me. Please notice that the description is detailed but not very long, so 2 paragraphs in most cases are enough. And here's another great thing. Instead of directing us specifically to the page of Wayfarer, they're suggesting that we check other styles. And they're taking us to the page with other styles, so just in case we don't like Wayfarer, we can have alternative choices. So now that we've taken the quiz 2 times, I can say that Zenny Optical has done a great job of creating personas from all the audience they interact with. So they have different personas represented here. Each frame style really matches with one of these personas. And the way they find out is by asking all the questions in the quiz. So as we can see, the quiz looks really simple. And besides that, people feel that Zenny Optical really understands them and gets their style. It builds trust and connection with the quiz taker, and he is more likely to buy the product from this company. That's why this quiz generated more than $500,000 for Zenny Optical.